Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy. I'm not Kel. Come back with another reaction for y'all today, man. And for today's video, bro, we finna react to this nigga Corey Pritchard. Well. What's up with you, bro? He kidnapping two women, bro. I know you ain't do it, bro. Cause you couldn't, bro. You couldn't, bro. Y'all already know what it is, bro. Y'all already know what the deal is, bro. You already know if when I keep looking down, you already know what that mean. Yeah. You already know what that mean when I keep looking down. So I need you to act like you know. But let's go ahead, bro. Chris Brown wanna be ass nigga. Hmm. My mouth son. Chris ugly ass motherfucker.
Drove off, leaving them stranded on the side of the road at night. The women told police they spent more than an hour along the side of the highway before they were able to flag down a driver who called 911. But clues pieced together by investigators would help corroborate their story. One of the women had the Life 360 app on her phone, and screenshots, which included timestamps and the route they took, supported the victim's story of what happened. Pritchett was ID'd through his driver's license and social media
This
pages, but
nigga
when
ugly as
investigators reached out to him, his phone was no longer in service. Instead, they found out through TikTok that he was planning to move to Dubai.
no.
I moved to Dubai.
Hey, so his phone was out of line.
Feels so good out
His
here.
phone was out of
My
service,
kids, listen.
and
So
and
I'm
the
having like three
feds
more kids, right?
and the feds
Future
looked
wife.
at this shit on
Hey,
TikTok and
my
figured
kids
out
finna be
his shit.
homeschooled, bro.
Hey,
It's
if
getting
the
real
feds
big in the
want you,
United States.
nigga. The feds
A lot of y'all
want you,
not paying
nigga. The
attention because
feds
a lot of
gonna
y'all
get you. If the
in the
feds
news
want you,
outlets
gang.
are not speaking
I
on a
ain't
lot
gonna
of things
lie.
going on there. It's gonna get real over here.
Fuck no, man.
Y'all might think I'm lying. Y'all might think I'm just talking. Y'all see other people probably saying it. But you know, people don't
The
believe until you
feds
get the
want you, my
bag.
nigga. The
That's
feds
one thing I
gonna
noticed about
get
most people in the United States. They
you
want to go
on
on there, ha ha
everything.
ha, live life, ha ha ha, until it hit the fan. When it hit the fan, and everybody, oh, it was scattered. No.
But according to the FBI, they confirmed Pritchett bought a one-way ticket to Qatar on December 9th. A little more than 2 weeks later after buying that one-way plane ticket, Pritchett was officially charged on December 26th with one count of aggravated kidnapping. I want to give a huge thanks to you, our
Damn, who
viewers,
that
and our
is?
amazing
Damn, Shotty,
sponsors
you
like
look
Upside.
good.
Upside is a
Hey,
simple.
Shotty, you look good, Shotty. What's your name? Hey, I know you work on the news channel and shit. You ain't never seen a young nigga like me come across you feel me? Come across your beautiful face before, Shotty. I'm trying. It's your name, Shotty. Like, oh, Shotty. Shawty was your name, Shawty. Hey, hey, I go by Kel in the streets, but that's not my real name. My real name is Kel though, but you call me whatever you want, little Shawty. Like, hey, shit. Boy, stop playing with me. I could be your mama. I could be your aunt. Man, why you acting like that, Shawty? Like, man, like, Shawty, like, it could be me and you, Shawty. Like, hey, you know that song? The 180 in the CC fuck ticket. Cause I had, you feel me? That could be me and you, like, Shawty, like, man, I'm dropping my love, hey, you feel me? And just let me know. Hey, this video 15, hold on.
And free app that
Hey,
lets you
just hit
cash
my
back
line,
daily
bruh.
essentials like
You know
gas,
my number.
groceries, and restaurants. Whether it's a nice restaurant or a quick grab and go
What
meal,
is
I
that?
can use Upside for both. And guess what?
This
I
in
can use
Houston?
Upside to get cash back when I do. It's
Oh,
really
yeah.
so easy and simple to use and
Hit
completely
my
free. So
DM,
why not
Shotty.
try it? This is actual real cash back too. It's money that appears in your
Bro, hit my
Upside app that you
DM.
can transfer straight into your bank account. Here's what you do. You download the Upside app, claim an offer for whatever you're buying on Upside, you
You
pay
look
as
so
usual
good.
using a debit or a credit card, and follow the steps on the app.
I love to
Easy.
hear you
You can
talk.
use Upside at places like Dunkin' Donuts,
I
Cinnabon,
love to hear you
Pinkberry,
talk. Just
Chipotle,
keep talking,
7-Eleven, Taco
please.
Bell, and so many other places. So why not check it out and see if your favorite spot is on the app? To find out how much you could earn, click
Please
the link
keep.
in the
Ooh,
description to
damn,
download
he looks
Upside,
so
or
good.
scan the QR code on your screen. Use our promo code LC News and get an extra 25
Damn,
cents
you
back
look
on
good.
every gallon on your first tank of gas. Again, that's promo code LC News for an extra 25 cents back on your first gallon of gas.
You
But
look
despite
good.
being charged with aggravated
Come
kidnapping,
on, bro.
Pritchett still continues to post on social media. On January 4th, he posted an article from Houston news station KPRC, along with the caption,
Have
"Letter
a
to the
nice.
internet, it's finna be a ball."
This nigga shirt say "Have a nice day," and y'all want to believe this goof ass nigga with his shirt saying "Have a nice day" kidnapped two female. I ain't gonna say beautiful now, cause I don't know what they look like. Yeah, but you really think this nigga with a "Have a nice day" shirt is gonna kidnap two women gang? Let's keep watching.
News station KPRC, along with the caption, "Letter to the internet, it's finna be a ball. Let the show begin. Hashtag Houston, Texas. Let me show you how to take monsters down the hashtag smooth way." You see it says accused, right? Don't worry, LOL. I'm finna give you the details on here and in the court of law. They gonna regret effing with me like I'm just some goofy or some. Oh, and I got the best lawyer in Houston. A day
Period.
later, he posted a video with the victims as they were ATV riding. That video was captioned tagging Houston PD as he wrote in part, "We have a case here of popular YouTuber Corey SSG kidnapping two white girls, and he's currently on the run in
No.
Dubai. I think 40K, but yeah, the FBI should be after him." A pretty wild case that is now ranging
Damn,
across
that's
two
you
completely
again?
different countries that are thousands of miles
Son,
away from
it's
one
just
another.
meant to
So let's bring
be.
on retired FBI agent Colin Schmidt to get his thoughts on this. Colin, thank you so much for joining me today. What is your reaction to this
Get this
case,
nigga
from
out my
Pritchett's
face.
alleged erratic behavior to trapping these two women allegedly in his car and leaving them stranded on the side of the road, then later fleeing off to Qatar?
Well, I think the first thing for investigators is kind of look at the totality of the circumstances and look at the big picture, as well as look at credibility of who the complainants are, as well as what's really going on here between these two people, and that's based upon the recent instances of YouTubers or bloggers or social media influencers faking their own kidnappings. So to prevent a waste of resources, they have to just take a step back and kind of look at the big picture. And then, of course, if there is some merit to this, then they're going to have to kind of dig in and find out exactly what really went on between these two.
Damn, nigga.
And investigators also say that, GPS data from Life 360, which was an app that was on one of the women's phones, that helped corroborate their story. Talk to me about how investigators use that type of data to kind of piece together, or at least verify these types of allegations.
Well, in this case, the victim made it easy for law enforcement to track her because they did have the Life 360 app on there. I'm familiar with the app. It's fantastic. And I have used it with my kids as well. So if that wasn't on there, the first step with all these cases, and even if it's a bank robbery or a fraud case, is going to be the phones, and to look in to see if there's any GPS data, tracking data in that phone, to find out and to corroborate what the victim is saying.
Hey, man, the feds want you, bro. The feds
and
gonna
it's also,
get you,
unclear
gang.
right now, but from what we do know now, do you think the erratic behavior on Pritchett's behalf might have been someone actually after him, as he had told these women allegedly, or do you think there's another reason, possibly like drugs, that kind of made him act erratically during this whole incident?
Well, with the limited information, available.
Hey, bro. Why these niggas always think it's drugs, bro? Why these niggas always think it's drugs when it come to, bro? When it come to niggas, bro? Why do they always think this shit caused by drugs, gang? Like, we got to stop that shit, bro. Like, bro, y'all got to stop, bro. Everything a nigga do is not cause of drugs, cuz. Like, bro, a nigga could. Let me see. Let me put this shit in perspective. A nigga could regularly be doing shit, right? And a nigga could act one way towards somebody, and y'all niggas think it's a drug. Like, bro, ain't no drugs, bro. That nigga ain't no drugs. A nigga can't even live his life. Every time a young black nigga, anybody black get locked up, bro, it's cause of drugs, bro. Y'all accusing his judge, but ain't shit got to do with judge, bro. I need to stop with this shit, bro.
You'd be speculating on why he was acting
Shit,
so erratic. So when somebody's acting erratic, there's some a catalyst or some sort of antecedent that make them do that. So either it's something internal or external, and that's one thing that's going to come out, so to speak, in the wash as the investigators do their investigation and start
Yeah.
talking to people and find out why he was behaving in such an odd manner. And then the fact that he fled to Qatar, which is kind of an unusual country to go to because of it. I doubt he speaks Arabic. Does he have some sort of connection to that country?
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Yeah, and I was also, going to ask you what your thoughts are on him fleeing to Qatar. What all goes into extraditing a kidnapping suspect? And in your
Damn,
opinion,
so
how
you
long
look
do you
so,
think it'll take before he's actually
you
back in the
look so
United
good. I'm gonna
States?
make sure you know
Well,
every
first thing is
time
if
I
we
see
have
you,
extradition
girl.
with Qatar, I'm not aware whether we do or don't for that particular crime because extradition is crime specific. Some crimes are extraditable, some aren't. And then the extradition
Download that app
process
and get
is
25
generally
cents
very
back per
long,
gallon.
and it
That
takes
shit
at
don't
least
work.
a
I
year to
tried
2
that
years.
shit. That shit don't work.
Generally, what the
Good
authorities
shit.
do is they
That
just
shit on my
have the
face.
country expel or deport the person that's there. It's a much faster process, unless the person has some sort of citizenship with that country. And I doubt this gentleman has any citizenship with Qatar.
And do you think that trip was planned this whole time, or do you think he kind of did it as an
Man, you
escape
look so
to
good. Sorry.
escape
Just
those
come to
now
my
criminal
house.
charges that he's facing? Because I can't imagine, leaving your children behind to go start a new life in a completely different
Don't
country
worry.
and just, leave them behind in Texas.
His children ain't behind, bro. His children with Carmen. Don't even worry about that.
Well, if he was going to Mexico, I would say there wasn't a lot of thought put into it because obviously it's just right over the border. But to take an international flight, I mean, you have to fly through an international hub, whether it be Houston or Los Angeles or New York, and then make a couple of connections to get to Qatar. So, and then, of course, the flight itself is pretty expensive, and then there is going to be some scrutiny on him on when he lands through the authorities there in Qatar. So there had to be some sort of planning to go into it because, like I said, he's just not driving his car over the border going down to Mexicali. He's going to a foreign country, and it's approximately an 18-hour flight.
Yeah, and booking that one-way ticket as well too. I can't even imagine kind of going back to this alleged crime as well. Can't imagine what it was like for these two women who were stranded on that highway until they were able to flag down a driver who eventually called 911 and then authorities arrived as well too. But, kind of going back to the overall alleged offense in this case, what do you kind of make of just leaving two women stranded on a highway and then just again fleeing off to a completely different country?
Well, that tells me that there wasn't much thought put into this. It sounds more like this was an impulse crime. He was reacting to some sort of something maybe the women had done to him, or vice versa. And this was reaction, and he didn't think it through. And then I think finally it kind of dawned on him that what he had done is basically going to land him in jail. And he essentially panicked, kicked him out or put him on the side of the road, and then obviously left the country. So he's definitely has a lot going on inside his head, and this case is only going to probably get stranger as the investigators dig in.
And you mentioned something earlier in our discussion, just about his whole social media persona, which is kind of another added layer to this whole entire story. Pritchett has millions of followers across different social media platforms, but then you tack on this alleged behavior and this alleged or this crime as well too. What do you make of all of that, given that he was this kind of apparent rise on social media, and then he got kind of famous as well too, doing family content, and then for this to kind of come out? What do you make of just kind of that Jekyll and Hyde situation that we're kind of seeing all unfold?
Well, that's from where I started with this, that because of his social media presence, law enforcement was going to have to kind of dig in and kind of determine what the motive behind this was. Maybe he was just he had no intent of harming these women. He was just doing this for the classic clicks.
How
or
cause,
like I
cause,
said, he had
cause, I
something going
joined
on
the
in his
fun
life
and
that
I'm
made him panic. But it seems like there's such in society now, there's such a intense pressure to get quote unquote clicks that we see these social media people doing some amazingly stupid and abhorrent things. And frankly, I think law enforcement and the society as a whole is really kind of getting tired of it, and the hammer is starting to fall on these people for their behaviors.
Now, say Pritchett makes it back to the United States, he's facing this kidnapping charge. How long of a potential sentence or punishment do you think that he could be facing now?
Well, if the federal authorities get involved, I believe it's a you could get up to life in prison for kidnapping. So,
Damn, life
depending
in
on the
prison?
circumstances and if it's
God
provable,
damn.
in this case, he didn't take the victims over state lines. So there's an argument that it's not a federal crime. However, there is a kidnapping statute in Texas. So, and Texas has a pretty aggressive law enforcement culture there.
Damn,
So
that nigga keep
he's going to be
stuttering.
facing some jail time
Hey.
if it turns out that this
Shit.
was legitimate kidnapping and these women are willing to testify.
All right. Well, Colin, I want to thank you so
Bro,
much for
Shawty,
joining
you
me
look
and
so
giving me insight
good,
into this
bro.
case.
I
Before we
ain't
sign you off,
gonna
though, anything
lie.
else you'd like to add?
I know
I
you
think it
might be
just comes,
about,
like I said,
man,
full
bro,
circle.
shut the fuck up. I know you might be about 40, 50, but I ain't gonna front, bro. What's your name, bro? Just
social media clicking nonsense, and it's really gotten out of hand.
man,
And
what's your
I think
name, bro? You
it's long
still
past
talking
time
and
for
shit?
authorities to start cracking down because people are getting harmed.
Square ass nigga
All right,
talking in
Colin,
my ear
again,
and
thank you
shit.
so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it.
What's your
Thank
name?
you. Have a great day.
According to reports, law enforcement is making an effort to bring Corey Pritchett Jr. back to the United States. In one of his
No.
latest Instagram posts, Pritchett wrote he was back on the way to the U.S. because he had a meeting in Houston. That post was followed by another with the caption, "See y'all when I get out. Crazy everybody want to see me behind bars for accusations I didn't do. I know God got me. Love all my supporters. They can't keep me down." Reporting for Law and Crime, I'm Elizabeth Milner.
What's her name? Elizabeth.
Mac users need firmware 14.
Hold on. Your name Elizabeth. Elizabeth. Popular YouTube. Middle 20-hour flight to Middle East. Icon Elizabeth Milner. Explain. Elizabeth Milner. Milner. So, pick you up real quick. I know you got. Let's see. Let's see. Elizabeth Mill. I found her IG. What the fuck? That's her. Oh, her page private. Man, come on. Come on. Her page private. Come on, gang. Come on, man. Damn, she look good. Damn, her page private. Damn, bro. Hey, let me show y'all. Hey, I ain't done with this video yet, gang. Let me show y'all this real quick. Her, the news lady. Her, boy. I don't know if y'all could see it like that, but her name Elizabeth Mueller. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Something real quick. Red chat. Queen Elizabeth underscore TV. Hey, baby, if you watching this, hey, babe, if you watching this, accept my follow on IG.